Rose. Thank you so much, Alex, Yurko. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Harry. How many red-blooded Americans complain about your accent? None, because I don't have one. So like when I was like 8, I remember my ex-sister-in-law took me, I talk about this all the time. She took me down south to where she was. I remember I used to say axe, but like the way I used to talk when I was a kid was more, I guess accenty, but I remember she like looked at me and she was like, it's ask, not axe, ask. And I was like, but she was right. It's not axe, it's ask. But a lot of people in New York say axe. Another thing that people in New York say is like dead ass, and now like apparently the whole country says dead ass, but like we've been hearing dead ass since like we were kids and we would actually say dead ass, but like if I'm at work I'm gonna be like, yo, dead ass, like, but like I don't want to sound that way. Also, there's a difference between, there's 2 accents now in New York. It's not just the accent that we used to hear in movies, like in old school New York. It's a different type of accent, especially if you're Latin or Black. It's a different type of accent than if you're like Polish or Italian. There's 2 different accents in New York. Either way, I just like to keep it neutral. Alex, thank you so much for the money gun. Thank you so much, Alex. You have a bit of an accent for Spanish, and it's not a bad thing. Yeah, I think maybe for Spanish, I have a little bit of a harder time only because it is my second language, and so like in New York there's going to be 1 accent or 2, I guess at the most, when you're speaking English. But in New York, speaking Spanish, you have every single country from Latin America and New York. So I grew up around Brazilians, Colombians, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Cubans, Venezuelans, all of them. And so when you hear so many different types of accents, it kind of starts like meshing into like, it just gets confusing. But like I said, I try to keep it as neutral as possible. I'm not proud of this. Sometimes if I know somebody's Mexican, I will try to, not try. It's not necessarily like I'm going out of my way or it's particularly hard for me. I feel like if anything, a Mexican accent is probably the easiest for me to fake. I'll like say words or, not say words, but like I'll respond or play along as if I do, because it's like a little bit easier.